Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, it's tournament time in boys basketball. In the Coach's Corner, we look back at a first-ever girls basketball state championship for Lawrence Central. Plus, our Athlete of the Week just helped lead New Pal to a sectional title.
A big part of it is the work that I put in the offseason, and then the other big part of it is the teammates that I have.
It's time to bring the noise. The Zone Extra starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Morian. Boys basketball postseason has taken center stage here in Central Indiana. It was an exciting Saturday of sectional finals, but that's just the start of what we're talking about tonight. In the Coach's Corner, Lawrence Central is a girls basketball state champion for the first time ever. Head coach Janon Lampley, as well as players Jayla Loa Lampley and Layla Aduraki are here with us. Plus, our Athlete of the Week helps lead New Pal to a sectional title. Meet Dragons Junior Julius Gizzy. Plus, we have a story on a play for the ages to win the sectional title at Guerin Catholic. But let's start up in Noblesville. Saturday was the sectional final day in boys basketball. Number 1 Fishers fighting number 2 Noblesville. Fourth quarter, Noblesville with the ball. Justin Curry's shot doesn't go in, but it counts. That's goaltending. Gives the Millers a 1-point lead. 5 minutes to go. Later on, Fishers, Keenan Gardner swings it to Justin Kirby for 3. That's money. Tigers extend their lead to 4. Final seconds of the game, this is where it gets a little crazy. Tied at 47. Fishers, Jason Gardner dishes to Parker Purdue for the go-ahead score. Noblesville's trying to respond. Aaron Fine drives, makes the bucket, but listen, that's a whistle. Play called dead. Officials take a timeout. They're trying to figure out what happened. They put 3.2 seconds on the clock, a bit of a controversy here. Fine has one more shot to put Noblesville up. Just short. Fishers wins their first sectional title in school history, 49-47.
First time in school history that we've been able to win a sectional championship. So I think for our entire community, you see how they got behind us, and I'm just, the students, everybody. I mean, it means everything to us.
My dog's gonna fight to the end. We gonna give it all we got. We gonna put the win in the end. We work so hard in practice all day to come out with this section. It's amazing, indescribable. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. It's a surreal experience. I mean, to win it with these guys, just know everything we've been through. I'm so proud of everybody in the organization.
Oh, you gotta love that. 5th ranked Lawrence North hosting 7th ranked Cathedral in sectional 10. Irish had control early. Look at this shot from Brady Kadler. Nice move for the 3, 10-point lead Irish. Cathedral started to get a little sloppy. LN makes them pay. Kobe Bowles with the one-hand jam. Wildcats within 1. 2 minutes later, Xavier Robinson pulls up on his own. Lawrence North takes the lead and never gives it back. The Wildcats win their 20th sectional title, 75-61. Roncalli was also fighting for a sectional title down in Southport against Ben Davis. Giants got a steal early. It was KJ Wyndham that slams it down. Future Northwestern Wildcat makes it 9-2 Ben Davis. A few moments later, Roncalli's Drew Kagaris hits a nice little turnaround. Okay, we see you. Royals within 5. Ben Davis, though, getting another steal. They were thieves on Saturday. Wyndham the dish, Mark White the score. Ben Davis led by 10 late in the first, and they just ran right away with it. Their 4th sectional title in school history, 50-32 was the win for the Giants. It was a weekend full of thrilling sectional matchups like the ones you just saw, but one game right here in Hamilton County was an instant classic. I caught up with the Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic after a shot that went viral.
I've never been a part of a game like that before.
It's everything you'd want in a sectional championship.
Thriller doesn't even begin to describe Guerin Catholic's sectional championship win over rival Brebeuf. With seconds left, down 1, in double overtime. The Golden Eagles did the unthinkable.
I'm not gonna lie, the play was not, the play that happened was not what we drew up at all.
When the ball went over Ben's head, and I thought we were about to lose, and then he chucked it over his head, and Malcolm was wide open.
What was going through your head?
Don't smoke it. Don't smoke the layup. I mean, I don't know. People have asked me, I don't even know what to say. I'm sitting there under the rim with 3-point-some seconds left in the sectional championship, and it's just like, I don't even know what I'm thinking, and it's just got to make it.
I mean, I was disbelief. I just imagined the clock going off before it even touched anything when I threw it up, and then I turned around and saw him catch it and put it in. It was just amazing.
Unbelievable!
Head coach Bobby Allen gave his team 24 hours to celebrate, then it was back to work to prepare for regionals. It might be a moment this team will never forget in their lives. However, they're still 4 wins away from the ultimate goal, winning a state championship.
You know, this group of seniors, they all experienced the state finals last year, and we came up a little short. And it was one of their goals to make sure we did our part, to give ourselves an opportunity to return there.
We just need to stay locked in, stay focused these next 4 days, knowing that although that was a great play and although it was a fascinating game, we need to refocus and gather ourselves for Saturday.
No matter what happens the rest of the way, Guerin will always have that play. Oh man, did I love doing that story. What a win in double overtime for the Golden Eagles. Next up, Indy Washington this Saturday. Let's move on to gymnastics. The season comes to an end this weekend with the state finals in Saturday in Muncie at Worthen Arena. Last weekend was the regional round of gymnastics state tournament. Congrats to Columbus North, Fort Wayne, Bishop, Dwenger, and Crown Point for winning the section team regionals. Valparaiso is the defending state champion. Good luck to all the participants this weekend. It's also about time to head outdoors in high school sports once again. Monday marked the start of softball practice across the state. First games are scheduled for March 18th. The defending state champions are Tecumseh, North Posey, New Prairie, and Penn. Time for a break, but we have much more ahead here on the Zone Extra. It's the Coach's Corner. Look who's here. The Lawrence Central Girls State Champion in studio for the first time ever. We chat with the team coming up. Plus, he just helped lead the Dragons to a second straight sectional title. We introduce you to our Athlete of the Week from New Pal.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
Welcome back into the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Morian, joined now by some very special guests from Lawrence Central, the state champion Bears, Coach Janelle Lampley, Lola and Jayla Lampley, and Layla Abduraki. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. What a whirlwind the last couple weeks have been. It wasn't even just your first state championship. It was just your first sectional title, regional title, semi-state title. Coach, how did you get this team to this spot?
I wish I could take all the credit, but I absolutely cannot. We sat down early in the season. We talked about our team goals, and I let them be the author of that. And they did such a phenomenal job of just following through, and it got so close to the end that at that point I was following their lead. So a lot of fun.
What was different about this squad compared to all the historic squads that LC has seen?
The focus, laser sharp focus, the leadership, work ethic, just a lot of great characteristics that will make these young ladies phenomenal leaders in the future.
Let's talk about the game itself against Lake Central. I got to get the score right. 55-28, 27 point. I'm going to call that a domination, okay? Jayla, how did you guys stay focused and go on that 23-0 run in the first half to really get that space between you and Lake Central?
Coming in, I think we knew Lake Central were going to come in with a big swing. They got some good seniors on the team, and they didn't want to end off their season that way. I think we just trusted our main goal, which was winning the state championship. We trusted our hard work that we put in every day, and we had a great game in the biggest moment, and I'm proud of all of us that we were able to pull a big win like that.
Lola, you guys were dominant the whole postseason. I mean, I did the math. It was a 23-point average that you beat teams by. Why? How were you so dominant in this postseason?
I've got to say that it definitely started on the defensive end. I feel like our team focused on that the most, less of just putting the ball in the basket, but how are we going to stop other teams from putting the ball in the basket? And I feel like we did that so well. That's what people noticed about us the most was our defense. With all the hard work that we put in practice on defense. Most teams wouldn't really care about that as much, but we prioritize on our defensive end, so I'd have to give credit to that.
Yeah, your coach knows defense wins championships, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Layla, the only one that was maybe a little bit of a nail-biter in all of this postseason was to the rival Lawrence North.
Yes.
After you beat the Wildcats by 7, how much more confidence did that give you going through the rest of the tournament?
Definitely a lot. You know, it was definitely our hurdle that we had to get over, and we knew that going in, especially after the previous 2 games. Definitely exciting, especially after winning. I felt like that was the game we actually came together. Of course, the previous 2 games, nail biters as well, but we knew from jump that this was our game. We had it in the bag, definitely. Like Jayla said, trusting our hard work, but definitely trusting each other. I feel like that's really important. Trusting our coaching staff, just trusting each other to go out and win a game.
This was a historic moment, never been done before in Lawrence Central history. How did you guys celebrate? Jayla?
It felt amazing, and in the moment we were all trying to soak it in. Like, we really just made history, not only for girls basketball, but for the whole school. And it felt amazing doing it with such amazing teammates, coaches. We trusted this process, and we stayed committed to the journey, and you know, it paid off, and I'm extremely proud of the work that we put in and the things we've done.
Lola, give me the secret. Where was the celebratory dinner or like milkshake, or what'd you guys do afterwards?
So actually when we got back, we did a little party at the school, but we didn't, because you know, the game ended at like 12. We got back at like 12 in the morning, so we haven't exactly celebrated just yet.
You haven't celebrated
not
yet?
Not yet, but we are planning on going somewhere. We're getting some seafood at some point, yeah.
Because you know it's been a couple weeks, right? You're letting these girls not celebrate yet?
So let me get off the hook. It was a deal that if we won the state championship, that I would treat them to juicy seafood.
Ooh.
So they have to come up with a date.
Okay.
My part is just paying the bill.
Okay. Well, who's getting lobster? All 3 of you guys?
I think I'm gonna stick with my crab.
I'm definitely a crab leg person.
Okay.
Sticking with my crab
You
legs.
gotta keep your eye on J-Lo over here. She's got her Manky brow over here. What will you guys take away as your biggest, most memorable moment besides winning state from this year? Layla, let's start with you.
Ooh, most memorable moment? Dang. Can I say all of it?
Yeah.
All of it, honestly. You know, just this team is special. Definitely. Was special, is special, will always be special. Even without a state championship, even without that, just the behind the scenes stuff that nobody really sees. Like, nobody really knows how special we are, how close we are. The connection has really always been there, and I think it will always be there for us for our lives.
That's awesome. Coach, last question. Yes. I noticed that there's only a couple seniors on your roster. That means all 3 of these lovely ladies and most of your team are coming back. How much confidence does that give you going into next year that you have a state championship roster already?
No pressure, but I don't dare talk about that just yet. But I can say after the championship, that Monday they still reported to the office because it's all they know. But we will take time, and there's still so much work to do. I know they don't want to hear this, but we've come so far, but there's still so much work that we have to do before we can even come close to repeating something like that. We should enjoy it now because the work will be greater. We know we're going to get everyone's best shot, and we have a great respect for that. So we'll get to work when it's time, but we are still enjoying.
Good. I love that. Still enjoying, that means juicy seafood. Y'all better watch out. You're going to have a whole group of hungry ladies coming your way to celebrate a state championship. Congratulations again, guys. Hopefully we'll have you in this time next year talking about the same thing.
We hope.
We love it. We love it. Still ahead, coming up on the Zone Extra, we're talking about our athlete of the week. His Dragons are sectional champions for the 2nd year in a row. Coming up, meet New Pal Jr. Julius Gizzi as he leads his team to regionals. Plus, we reveal our top play of the week, and it's a little different this week, so you're going to want to see this.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back into the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Morian. Our athlete of the week this week is one of the top scorers in the state and just helped lead New Palestine to a sectional championship for the second straight year. Junior Julius Gizzi is averaging 29 points a game for the Dragons. Saturday night, he led the team with 31 points in the sectional championship win over previously unbeaten Greenfield Central. In that game, Gizzi also reached 1,000 points for his high school career, a milestone he is proud of, being just a junior, folks. He's just a junior. New Pal takes on defending state champion Ben Davis in the regional Saturday. Gizzi adds that the team's success is a direct result of their dedication.
I think a big part of it is the work that I put in the off season, and then the other big part of it is the teammates that I have, and just they look for me and we play so well together. I'd say that's probably the biggest thing. I know I put the work in the off season and during the season to be able to make those shots.
The biggest thing for Julius is the fact he's just got that scorer's mentality, and he just does what's best for the team to win, and he knows that scoring's a big part of that. He's getting better every single week at trusting his teammates and making them available on the outside.
Our team chemistry and the way that we trust each other, and we trust each other to make big plays, and we can all do everything. So that's probably the easiest and best thing that we do, is just trusting each other.
As a player, he's got that instinct of, like that killer instinct, and that he's not like that at all. And as a person, he's a kind-hearted kid, and will do anything for teammates, help them out, and that's the best thing about this bunch of kids. They been playing together for a long time. They all get along, and the camaraderie and the cohesiveness kind of got us to this point, and hopefully we can continue putting together a win for Saturday.
Keep doing what we're doing. Have a great week of practice. Go over the scout and just trust each other and get the job done.
The job done will be against Ben Davis on Saturday in the regionals. But time for a break right now. More still to come here on the Zone Extra, including the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here is this week's question. With this being an Olympic year, how exciting is it watching athletes with Indiana ties compete for spots on Olympic teams?
Well, it's nothing like being Indiana proud. And Indiana proud comes when Indiana kids do great on a national scene. And I got to tell you, I'll give a shout out to my girl, Lily King from Evansville, Indiana. There's not a better story in sport about Lily and where she came from and where she learned to swim, and then goes to the national stage and is an elite swimmer in the world, and she's going to have a great show. But there's so many great athletes across the state that will do great things in the Olympics this year, and we're excited about that. I still remember setting up the old VCR when I was a kid so I could watch the Olympics in non-primetime hours. And so it's such a special time. And go Indiana, because I'm sure they'll have a great, great, great year this year.
And we'll have the swimming trials right here in Lucas Oil Stadium this summer, so that'll be fun too. Now it's time to take a look at our Play of the Week. Each week we feature some of the best from Central Indiana. Plus we want you to send your plays our way. But this week we have three from Mississinewa's sectional in the opener. This is Jesse Simpkins for 3 at the buzzer. Mississinewa beat Belmont thanks to that. The next night, Oak Hill trailing by 2 in the final seconds against McConawa. RJ Shugart beyond the arc. Oh yeah, it's good. Oak Hill moves on. Then how about Peru? Tigers tied with Norwell. Ian Potts fires for the win. He gets it. Are you kidding me? All 3 buzzer beater game winners. Peru would go on to win the sectional championship. What a weekend up in Mississinewa. Don't forget, you have to vote for your Zone Basketball Player of the Week, too. Here's this week's nominees. We have KJ Wyndham of Ben Davis, Rob Sorensen from Guerin Catholic, Xavier Robinson from Lawrence North, and Julius Gizzi from New Pal. All 4 of these were featured in this show. Go over to wishtv.com and vote for who you want to win this week. Plus, we got a full slate of games tomorrow, starting with my Indy TV 23's game, Saturday, I should say. Center Grove at Franklin for the 4A Regional. That's going to be played in the historic Southport Gym. That'll be on our sister station, My Indy TV 23. We'll also have highlights right here on Saturday on Wish TV from our own cameras from around the state. We have you covered on air and online. This is what little preview. We got Kokomo and Fisher's big big matchup up north, plus Avon Lawrence North, New Pal Ben Davis, and Garin Washington. Just so much. We'll see you this weekend in a full show. Have a good night.